65-pound deadlift. I don't want to do podcasts with people that give biased opinions. People like Christina Piles, that they don't show the truth. Coach Brands and me and all the other coaches hit it off great. People call me pedophile, rapist, all these things that are not who I am and who I would never associate myself with. Me and the coaches made a deal that I'm committing here. This is my school. My reaction, if someone goes to throw a punch at me and throw hands with me, is to defend myself.
Can you talk about the case in Oklahoma at all?
What I can say is...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clash of Combat podcast. Today we have AJ Ferrari on the call. AJ, how's it going?
Going great, brother. Doing great. Super, super excited, man. Cannot wait.
Yeah, cool. So first off, why did you accept this interview request from us, and when you haven't done an interview with anyone else for over a year now?
I think first things first, I've been a huge fan of you guys' podcast. I love you guys' podcast and all the athletes you guys have brung on. You guys have been, more than fair, I think, and really shown a lot of different information about everything. I've just really been a fan of you guys. And, I've been offered from a ton of people to do interviews, do podcasts and such. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do podcasts with people, that give biased opinions, people like Christina Piles, that give an honest opinion. They only give their one-sided opinion. They don't show the truth. So I'm here to show the truth and to expose all the lies on the internet. And that's that.
Man, that's cool. Well, we appreciate the compliment.
Yeah. Kind of a change of subject, but can you talk about the case in Oklahoma at all?
What I can say is that the allegation wasn't true, as you guys saw, and the district attorney 100% confirmed that. But I stay strong. A lot of people during that time, losing 50 months worth of huge, I had huge contracts, huge things, a lot of setbacks with that. So for me, I didn't decide to turn to alcohol, turn to drugs, get sidetracked. I used that time for me to really grow in my faith in God and to stay close to my family. I think that's one thing that a lot of people run from their problems. For me, I run towards those problems and I grew as a person, and that's why you got to keep a really, really clean circle. For young people, young individuals that watch, it's really important to surround yourselves with, because if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're going to get caught up in that. And I have a really, really good circle now, and I've still got, number one, my faith in God and my family. And then number two, those real, real close friends that really care about you. They're not the friends that you want to have. They're the friends you need to have, and those are people you need to have in your life. You don't want to have just a bunch of yes men in your life, people that tell you what you want to hear. You want to have people that are,
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, jumping right back into the recent news, what exactly happened at the Soldier Salute and why did you, flip off the crowd?
Right. That was a funny, crazy encounter, but and how things kind of spiraled. We got to start from the beginning. So first things first, my brother Anthony moved out, to Iowa out here, in the summer. My brother Angelo committed in the summer that same time as well. So they've been out here for months, for quite a while, and, a lot of people don't know this, but I just received academic admittance to the University of Iowa the past Friday before the tournament, and basically a long story short, I've been out here now in Iowa. I'm out here in Iowa right now, by the way. And I've been here training at the RTC for over a month, I think month and extra couple weeks, give or take. And, I had basically, you guys saw I had that official visit. It went amazing. Coach Brands and me and all the other coaches hit it off great. And so as you guys saw, I wrestled in the tournament. And, as the tournament went on, I just received a lot of hate, like a ton of hate, more hate than I've ever felt before. I mean, I was called racist remarks. People called me, some people thought that I was, different nationalities called me specific names. I'm not going to say them, what they said to me, but they were definitely very racist and wrong. And on top of that, I was called the worst of the worst, which people called me a pedophile, rapist, all these things that are not who I am and who I would never associate myself with. And I was getting very, very, frustrated and shocked by this, because this is a school that I just took an official visit to, and this is supposed to be my crowd. And these people are saying this stuff to me. And taking consideration, I've been nothing but respectful to everybody. I've been nothing but nice. And I just didn't really get it all. And, kind of like spiraled, and basically going back to what you guys said about the Soldier Salute, though. So now I want to get back to the match. Now I'll get back to wrestling. So before my match is now, I was accepted on Friday, as I said, into the school. I didn't post on social media, but me and the coaches made a deal that I'm committing here. This is my school, right? So, but long story short, we get in the match. We're wrestling. And then the match starts. We shake hands. Soldier Salute finals. He backs his butt to the edge of the mat and does nothing. And I'm like, no stall call, no nothing. The match continues. So no stall calls in the first period. We go in 0-0. So the second period goes on. I get my escape within 10 seconds. Easy. I continue to attack. Still no stall calls. Still nothing. Still nothing. We go to the third period. Third period. I'm riding him. I ride him over, I think, right at almost a minute. And then finally, they said I was sitting behind hips, not working hard enough. Boom, I get dinged for stalling. Even though I'm the one that's riding normal, I'm not below the hips, as the rules say. I'm just like, what is going on here? The referees, the crowd, the coaching. I'm out to have my dad in my corner. I'm just like, I'm frustrated. I'm like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm dinged for stalling. And I just rode him for a minute, and I'm working. I'm using a claw. I'm working to get a turn. And so, long story short, the match continues. I get a minute riding time. He gets out, escape. You guys saw the last minute. I continue to attack. Now he's got to wrestle me. Now he's got to approach me. He shoots, I shoot. We start wrestling a little more. We get towards the edge. He starts to shoot in. I go to hit a shot. I go to circle in. I circle in. Boom. I get dinged for stalling for the second time. Now it's tied. I'm like, what is going on? My coach, Dylan Dennis, was like, that was the worst call of my life. That was terrible. And he was like, is there a way to challenge? And I was like, challenge it. And they're like, you can't challenge it. So I was like, because I'm used to freestyle, because I've been training with the RGC, as I said, with you guys. But long story short, that was that. And I was like, all right, I guess I got to finish this match. I mean, this is crazy, So I go back to the line, continue wrestling. And as you guys saw, we continue. He takes a bad shot. I reattacked. He finally started engaging me. As soon as he engaged me, boom, I hit him with the reattack, took him down. So I get up,
right,
turns around, and he gets in my face and he starts saying things that were not right. I mean, he was saying some personal stuff. He was saying, you're a piece of crap. I'm not going to curse, but he said some other things at me. He used some explicit language, came at me, and then threw a punch. And, my reaction, if someone goes to throw a punch at me and throw hands with me, is to defend myself. You know what I mean? And I defended myself. And, that's kind of like instinctive. If someone comes at me, you can watch. I took 5 steps backwards. I was literally out of bounds when I went to retaliate, when I retaliated at him, and I defended myself. And it was like these referees are just letting him come at me, but then all of a sudden I do something and I defend myself. Now I'm the bad guy, and then I get DQ'd. So it was just like, that's the whole entire situation. And so before I got DQ'd, though, I was like, okay, they're probably just going to say, misconduct on him and then misconduct on me because I defended myself, this and that, match be done. And then I get DQ'd, and I'm like, what? I'm like, are you joking me? DQ'd for this guy pushing, literally coming at me and then me defending myself. Like, come on, you're joking, right? And taking consideration, I've been seeing people get into fights at the other tournaments. There's been tons of fist fights, like actual straight up fist fights. And if you slow down the video from both of us, both of our hands were open. So like none of us actually threw a punch. He tried to slap me, whatever. I thought he was punching me at the time because it was so fast. It was instinctive, but I didn't punch him. My hand was open. You can see it in the video. So people were saying, "Oh, I threw a punch." It was completely not a punch. My hand was open. Emotion. So I just didn't really get any of that. And basically, long story short, they raised his hand, and then he said his piece. And then I walk off the mat and hear people, cheering all this, and I just thought back to like all the stuff that people have been saying the whole weekend, and people ask me, did you actually, apologize for that whole entire thing? And I was like, that was my apology. I wrote that apology. If I could, would take that back. Me birdies, but it was like at the time I was so annoyed and just felt so disrespectful and shocked at the whole manner. Me losing a match, which I did win. The fans calling me the names, the wrestlers calling me the racist remarks, calling me the names I just told you, making me out to be this criminal. That's not who I am. I stand for faith in God, work ethic, and I stand for being a good person. You can't wrestling. I sign autographs for kids in the hood for no money. I do small camps making way less money than other people make because I care about people. I tell kids, and I work in the hood, I work in bad areas where I tell them, the reason I am where I am is not because I'm some superhuman. It's because I've got an unconquerable and unmatchable work ethic, and I have an unconquerable and unmatchable faith in God. And it's that simple. You can't faith your way to it. You can't work your way to it. And, I just feel like, it's good for us to have this podcast for me to show my side, to be with you guys who actually keep this stuff real and actually are realistic, not trying to mislead me, give me misleading questions, say this nonsense, blah, 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 blah. Because people like Christina, she can post saying Ferraris, this and that. But at the end of the day, people don't know me and my family. They don't really know me. The people that actually get to know me and actually hang out with me, the people that are in my circle, know that I'm actually a very tight-knit person. I'm all about loyalty and respect, okay? I never, ever disrespect people that disrespect me. There's been a ton of disrespect at that tournament and from everybody. That's why you guys saw what we said, the birdies or whatever. And again, I apologize to kids. That was not Christian to me. That was not godly. And I could take it back if I would. I could. But at the same time, you guys have to understand where I'm coming from.
As far as like, I mean, I know you have your own clothing line. You have your own shoes out too that you wore. How is that kind of going for you? How has that process been?
It's been great. It's been amazing. It's been great to get all my clothing line. The last 70% of our sales in the last couple, like, weeks. The Soldier Salute, we sold like over like 100 singlets and stuff and shirts. And the funny thing is too is it's all Iowa fans. So it's like, are talking crap, saying all this stuff, and then they're buying all my stuff. I don't really understand it. I think the reason it's this is because I think that crowd was not a representation of Iowa. Because I think most of Iowa, to be honest, loves me. I go out right now. I'll go out and grab food. Everybody loves me. Everybody's asking for autographs, pictures. I 100%. People that know me, know my character, know who I am, know what I stand for. I always give glory to God in my interviews. I'm more than respectful to anyone. You never see me doing, crazy things, starting fistfights. Besides that one altercation with that one guy, I've never gotten into it with any of my opponents. You guys can say that I hit my 665-pound deadlift, baby, flex. But you guys don't see me flexing on my opponents. You guys don't see me slapping my opponents' asses. That's not me. I've always been respectful. Look at all my past opponents. Me and Nino Bonacorsi, NCAA Finals match, are good friends. We talk all the time. You know what I mean? We're respectful.
Hey, I got a pretty specific question, AJ.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying you hold that 665, but is that 670 coming soon?
Yeah, a lot of people keep asking me that, but I don't lift that crazy no more. I lift more for explosiveness. So I'll do power cleans, heavier. I do power cleans. I don't even go that heavy if I'm power cleans. I go lighter for power. I only go up to like usually 225 just for power, for bar speed. But for me, it's a lot about being, explosive. Like my box jump is getting really high. Like I hit 60-inch box jump easy after hitting legs.
Jeez.
So I'm getting really explosive, really powerful.
How many more years of eligibility in wrestling do you have?
I have 3 years of eligibility.
3 more, including this one, or just
years, including this one. And even if, let's say this year I didn't wrestle, I could take an Olympic red shirt because I do qualify for that. Because I did NCAAs and I did take third in the world for U17s. So I technically could take an Olympic red shirt and then win 3 more.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Are you going to be releasing shirts with that image on it? Because I would get one.
Bro, you're definitely making me laugh, bro.
I would.
Yeah.
Bro,
we might beat you to it.
True.
Split and then do a heart emoji or something.
Okay. That might be more socially acceptable for some people.
Acceptable.
Yep. Right.
Not really about the social acceptance, though. Again, I don't really care about that. It's more, for me, about promoting a godly image that Jesus would be proud of. Because at the end of the day, Jesus wouldn't be proud of me doing it. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That pretty much concludes my questions. Do you have anything else? Yeah. Do you have any closing remarks for the podcast? Anyone else watching?
Pretty much 665-pound deadlift. Throwing them in.
Let's go. If you did want a wrestling partner to push you, Crosby's already right here. If you want a punching dummy too,
come on.
So he's right there.
Let's go. What weight you wrestle at, Crosby?
174.
Okay, yeah, we could drill. We'll have to drill a group of. I drill with lighter guys. We should have done a group of 3. Where you guys look at right now? Where you guys at?
We're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Southeast Wisconsin.
That's not too far.
It's like a 4-hour drive to Iowa. We've been there like 4 times this past summer.
Yeah, after the season, we could come out there by you.
Yeah, you guys should, bro. We could wrestle. We'll do like group of 3. We'll do like a. You guys can go live, and I'll just like wrestle live with you.
No, I'll be taking it easy. I'll be taking it easy, but don't want to hurt you. But
yeah, don't hurt me. I'm fragile.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, AJ.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you, guys. Too. Thank you, Crosby. Thank you, Caden. Take care.